Hello boxing fans, I'm just going to talk now about the latest fight that I've just watched. That's Stieglitz versus Weber and Abraham versus Farias. That was just on now. We're going to firstly start with Stieglitz. Okay boxing fans, now I'm talking Stieglitz, and he fought a guy called Weber I think, and his opponent was quite young, and he gave his opponent a good lesson for the whole 12 rounds. Uh, Problems that I saw for him was he had a bit of a leaky defence, but that can all be sorted out. Um, his speed was decent, his power was decent. He was throwing a lot of power shots. That was what happened. And he had good stamina, especially for someone who has such a big torso. I thought that may have been a worry, to be honest. But he paced himself well. He fought in good bursts. I thought he's a worthy title holder, and I'd still call him behind Ward and Butte, but I think he's still there, and he should make a good matchup with Kessler. Like I said, yeah, his opponent. I'm glad he went to 12 rounds, didn't pull him out. It's good learning fight for the young lad, and we should see more of him because he's got good art. Okay, moving on now to Arthur Abraham, and the whole fight was a bit like the entrance music. It was dull. Everyone was wondering what it was, and it was just a dull fight, to be honest. The first round, I think what's the guy's name? I think Uli Wenger. Yeah, got the guy's name right there. I think he told him to go out and just have a look at him, and that's what he did. He just had a look, that didn't do nothing else. And I gave the first round to Farias. I gave the second round to Farias. I gave the third round to Abraham, but there was nothing going on there. There was absolutely nothing going on for me. Abraham just looked slow. He did look like he didn't know what he was doing. He telegraphed almost every one of his power shots, and I told you if his opponent was a decent opponent, he would have been in trouble. I mean, Farias, who was it must have been on the night like 3 or 4, maybe must have been maybe 8 pounds actually, 8 pounds lighter than Abraham. He wasn't intimidated by him, and he was pushing Abraham back. He was making Abraham work, making him move, and like I said, I gave him a few rounds because I just didn't see how you could give him to Abraham. And it's a bit of one of the things that I thought was, and this was in round 3. It was like Abraham seems to know what he wants to do, except it's just his mind. It's in his mind. His mind knows what he wants to do, but for some reason his body can't fulfill it to an extent where you'll get the results. And moving further along, obviously, then there was the inevitable end of the fight, and that's when actually he did start landing some body shots. And the first knockdown was due to a body shot, and it was a good body shot. I don't think he ever recovered from the body shot, to be honest, and he went down like from the second time from what was a partially blocked body I think it was just a hook to the head, and then the third time each went, I've had enough of this, took a small inside body shot and went down and stayed down. And I'll be right now, if anyone was offering me a fight with Arthur Abraham, I'd have no problem taking it at all. I'll be like, yes, I'll take it, and I'll just outbox him over the distance, because he never looked great. He doesn't seem to have any boxing ability, and the guy, it was a good amateur. He did that. He did do something. I can remember. I think he was an amateur champion for either Armenia or Germany, wherever he lived at the time. He was a national champion amateur, so he does have some decent boxing ability. It's just so hidden away, and it's just that he's got this power game that they're just focusing on, and I'd like to see him do something with those hooks. Those hooks were just disgraceful. He'd do it telegraphed. Even Farias, who he's not a mover, he could see him coming and was moving out the way. I think in round 2 or 3 he was making him look like an absolute fool. So yeah, where would he go from here? I'd like to see him move back down to middleweight. I think if he had the right dietitians, had the right diet, done the right workout, I think he could do it. And then maybe if he could pursue a fight with Felix Storm, that would be good. I wouldn't be throwing him in. Actually, you know what I would like to see him do? I'd like to see him fight the winner of Kessler versus Stieglitz. Actually, that'll be a decent fight, and it'll be in house as well, so there'll be no trouble making it. The other thing I can say right now is I probably want to see him in another match pretty soon to see if that was just ring rust or if it's probably the end of the line. It could be the end of the line for Abraham, especially at super middleweight. Another thing that popped up, I got a text off a friend and he was watching it as well. And the question was, have you seen Stieglitz's bed? And I've got to point this out, and I'm gonna leave this on. I'm gonna leave you on this message. Stieglitz's girlfriend was way, way, way too good for him. She can come round to mine, I'll tell you that. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.